Hi, Sharon Raji Maynard here this morning, reading my thought today, titled God, Long Hidden Power. This morning, I read the words of a 72-year-old woman. She was sharing her experiences of having been raped repeatedly by her two brothers. Her experience began at age 10. She was isolated on a farm with no close neighbors and no comprehension of what was happening. She finally worked up the courage to tell her mother. Can you guess the response? You would be right if you said she was not believed. Why, your brothers would never do that. End of conversation. But not an end to the abuse. It continued, and eventually her brother's friends were invited to feel her up. Now at age 72, within the safe space of Facebook, this woman shared her story. Why? Was she seeking some healing? No. Was she seeking to be believed? No. Her brothers have granddaughters who are approaching their 9th and 10th birthday. She was seeking the courage and strength to again speak her truth within her family, to speak for the sake of the next generation, these precious young girls. What would you say to her? Go, do it. Of course, speak up. No brainer, you must. In life, it is so easy to look at a situation and tell another how to act. It is easy to point out a problem and expect some leader to get the solution and make our life better. In fact, we live in cultures around the world in which someone at the top is expected to save the day. We vote someone into office and go about our busy lives, believing we have done our part. Now we expect them to create new policies and outcomes because we have voted, or we have marched, protested, written words, signed petitions, only to see the top tier acting in their best interest, not ours. And just like my 72-year-old friend, we suffer without hope. We stop speaking, we get angry, and the next generations are vulnerable to the same explorations. I sit in my writing spot this morning to ponder what I am seeing here. And then another posting comes to mind. After an article regarding the explosion of sex trafficking, the selling of children on the internet during the corona lockdown, a friend commented, "Where is God? I cannot believe or trust in a God that sees all, that sees this horrendous evil, has seen this evil for generations, and does nothing to stop it. Where is God?" And I felt the question click. Where is God? For close to 30 years, I have worked with intelligent, powerful beings who happen to reside outside of physical bodies, in worlds unseen to our physical eyes. I have experienced the truth of their words and the words that say, "Ask and you will receive." And I had to move beyond the matrix of God as the one to dictate the course of my life. I had to stop making the nebulous request, "God, thy will," or "God, give me the strength." While experiencing poverty as a widow with 9 children to support, I had been taught that God's will was primary. I was just to suffer my situation patiently and quietly, obey God's leaders, and reward would be mine. In heaven, of course. Breaking out of the God culture's way of thinking meant embracing the understanding that I, the one in the physical body, was meant to design my life. It was my responsibility to say, prosperity is mine. Asking into the big unseen was secondary. asking into those worlds, my question then would be, show me how. My design was open the doors to my resources for prosperity. And it was then that I received amazing help. I have learned that those of us in physical bodies are responsible for our experiences on this planet we call Earth. Those beings who live and work in the regions beyond physical, the beings who have commitment and integrity to the universal laws and intention for good, will not step in and solve Earth problems. That is not their assignment. They are constantly available to help and guide humans to achieve our stated end result. It was not intended that a God see all and then dictate yes or no to Earth experiences. We are the gods we have been waiting for. We are the ones intended to look out over our life, our families, our communities, our world, and say yes or no. We are the ones to bring our creative intelligence together and weave our yes into the designs we choose for our world. We speak our yes. My community functions for the good of all life. And then show me what doors I need to open and knock on. The universal law first requires that you be the one to declare a vision. All children in my family are loved, encouraged in their gifts, and kept safe. Then turn to the quiet, powerful, unseen to ask and receive the help. If my 72-year-old friend declared such a vision and asked for strength, then her decision to speak out would not only be a given, but would be supported by the powerful unseen with clarity way beyond her own small self. Where are you looking for a God to make your life and world glorious? Right now, the coronavirus has given many of you the opportunity and time to look over your life, your family, your community, and your country, to see what you want to say continue with a yes, and what you want to embrace for a new outcome, yes. Speak your choice as the vision for which you ask to receive support. Then watch and listen as you receive the next steps for how to bring this vision to fruition.